What's going on, guys? Colby's Tech Reviews here, and today I'm going to talk to you about what we can expect from Apple here in the near future, specifically in March. So Apple's next event is actually scheduled apparently for March 15th. It's a Tuesday afternoon, my time. I know I'm on the East Coast. So I really just want to talk to you about what are some of the things we can start to expect from this announcement. So the first thing on the list would be the iPad Air 3. This is definitely no surprise, only because the Air line did not get a refresh around the time that the Pro was announced, because that was like their big focus point. But from what we've heard so far, the Air 3 will be the same size as the second generation, approximately. There will still be no 3D Touch, which I'm kind of bummed about because I just got the iPhone 5. There will still no There will still be no 3D Touch, and I'm actually kind of bummed about this just because I love it so much in my iPhone 6s that I just got. If you haven't seen the video, I have an unboxing up. I also have a video explaining why I switched from Android to iOS. One thing that has been dominating the rumors about the iPad Air 3 is the inclusion of rear-facing LED flash. Now, in my opinion, I'm thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, why? I get that there's still a group of people that take pictures with their iPads, and if you're one of those people, just don't do that. Like, I don't understand why. Like, if you have a phone, just take it with your phone. It's not a better camera than your phone. Just don't take pictures with an iPad. It's that simple. And then another cool thing, moving on from the fact that people do still take pictures with their iPads, which just blows my mind, the inclusion of 4 speakers, just like we saw with the iPad Pro, which I think will be a really welcome change. The sound, because it'll be more of a like college student used device, and if they're using it in their rooms, the speakers will be a big deal. And then also just for the professional that wants to watch videos on their iPad, I know Netflix is huge on iPads. I don't always want to have my computer on my lap when I'm watching Netflix or any YouTube videos or something like that. So I think the inclusion of 4 speakers will really improve that experience for watching content. And the last thing for the iPad Air 3, and I'll try to get through this quickly, is the smart connector. So if you don't really know what that is, check it out. It's on the iPad Pro. It was announced with the iPad Pro. But basically what it is like a little magnet. And that's not all it is, but it connects to a smart keyboard without having to use Bluetooth when you have it plugged in. So instead of just having it sit in a keyboard case type of thing or have that external keyboard, you'll be able to actually plug it into the keyboard, and it'll be a lot easier for you to use that way. And the Apple keyboard for the iPad Pro was phenomenal. I got to use one in store at one point, and I loved it. I thought it was a really great piece of technology that Apple came out with. So second on my list is definitely the Apple Watch 2nd generation. There's not a whole lot out about the Apple Watch 2 yet, but there will be new functionality integrated with iOS 9.3, obviously. That would include the new maps that they're going to push out. I think they're increasing the functionality with the new Maps app. And the night mode, I don't know exactly what that's called. It's like night shift or something like that. But it's a really cool feature that essentially lets you use your iPhone at night more comfortably. And it does have integration with other apps. Again, that's not my thing. I'm not an expert on that function yet, but it is apparently going to have more of an available function with that type of situation. Another thing on the list, which I think would be welcome, is a redesign. I'm not a huge fan of the way the Apple Watch looks. Usually I'm a really big person into Apple products, but on the design side, but the Apple Watch just doesn't look that great on people's wrists. I have the Moto 360, and again, a smartwatch is a lot bulkier than a regular watch. That's not the problem. But I don't like the square I don't like the square look. I think a rounder watch goes more traditional. It's more fashionable in my mind, and that's just my opinion on the matter. So I think a redesign would be welcome. I still don't think they're going to take away from the square design. One thing that has been hinted at by Apple and hinted at by other rumors is that one, they're going to bring in new sport bands, and they're going to revamp the sport band because apparently they weren't as good as Apple had promised. And they're also going to bring in a new space black or space gray option for the watch. I think it's going to be darker than the space gray option because I'm pretty sure that's already out. But so space black, that would be kind of an interesting watch to look at, and I think the band would also reflect that color too. And if the Apple Watch isn't released at this event in March, it'll probably be released in September with the new iPhone 7. And last but certainly not least, probably the most controversial thing Apple has done in a while, is the iPhone 5 SE. So this phone, if you haven't heard of it yet or haven't seen the rumors yet, would basically be a refresh of the iPhone 5C. That it was like the plastic body, smaller form factor in terms of the actual body itself, and it just had different functionalities. And it didn't really have any different functionalities at all, so it still was an iPhone, just in like a cheaper version and not a metal body. With that said, with that being said, the screen would remain at a 4-inch size, just like the 5 and 5S and 5C. So it would cater to those that want the smaller form factor, that haven't liked the size of the iPhone 6. You know, with that being a 4.7-inch screen, it's not a huge difference, but it's definitely something that people notice. And apparently it would also be in the same colors as the iPhone 6S. I don't know, I want to say that they're probably going to remain with a metal body. However, it will resemble more so the 5, the 5S, stuff like that, rather than the 6. So it would still come in the same colors, the rose gold or pink, the gold, the silver, and space gray. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Sorry it was kind of like a rant again, but it's just more or less the rumors that are coming out about Apple's March event. Like I said, Tuesday, March 15th. I'll definitely be watching. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys will be watching, what products you're most excited for. Be sure to hit that like button and check out my other videos for more content. That's it for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.